We're already live streaming. I love it. Thank you, Maggie. Instead of me having to go, oh, where's that button? How's that work? Anyway. And there's two Bobettes on. How many like the aqua shirt? I like to see myself. No, that's my team members coming on using this link. 1 minute. Go visual. Thank you, everybody. Get straightened out. Yes. I call y'all my courageous ones. How many know that's what it is? Yes. How many are going, oh, I'm going to dig and scratch in front of a couple hundred people ultimately? How many know that? Even Sherry's going, okay, then I think I'll scratch in between my eyebrows on that. Yes. Me too. Anyway, yep. Thank you, dear. Recording in progress. Good. I love it. Thank you all for being here. Remember, go visual if and as you can. And again, this is grace, because if somebody is watching and they can see what goes on and that you digged and scratched and you didn't die and you stayed alive, that's why we call it Alive with Bob instead of, no, I'm dead. I scratched. I'm dead. All right. And we're recording. Yes, Maggie?
Yes.
Oh, thank you very much. And my team in Houston, the greater Houston area, which I have 3, let's vote their victory, the whole region under weather stuff going on. So I am the hand of God protecting all in that region forever. Yes, awesome. All right, so we're going to do a quick share this morning. And again, I thank you, each of you, for being on any platform. That's awesome. This is courageous time. I mean, it takes courage for me to share this, because once somebody gets good at sacred body language, conscious language, all the other stuff, you can go, oh, I know what Bob's doing. When I share facial analysis, you don't even need to have anybody dig and scratch. How many are excited about that? You just go, oh, yeah. But I like that. If I see any limitation, I will activate that limitation in myself. How many have done it? Come on. How many have seen someone being a little bit of a and you all of a sudden start going a little bit of a yourself? How many have? How many? I mean, parents, let's just, I'll never be like my mom or dad. And then you find that you are your mom or dad or both, whatever. So vote victory. Everybody, yes, vote victory. And everybody that's on, please make sure you're visual, go live. And we have another platform. Hopefully it's up now. The other platforms are up. Cool. So you can watch it on Facebook or YouTube or Skynet or no, just kidding. All right. So I'm going to build a context today, and thank you for being here. The context I'm building is that if like a standing wave is where a person has pain. How many got the idea that if I have pain, I call it static. It's not moving, it's pain, or it's an issue or a repeating pattern. How many have ever had a relationship that is pretty much a standing wave? How many, every time you see that person, you go, Anyone? Oh, so-and-so is coming over. Great. Come on, how many have? And how many know that whatever we resist, they come over more often? How many ever noticed that? No judgment to them. What's that? In all my life, when I would start to see a repeating pattern, and I finally figured out that, this hand attaches to me. I'm the common denominator. Anyone? How many have ever been a denominator? How many? Let me know what I'm talking about. So for me, it's like, all right, what can I change in me that's going to make a difference? How many get that? So as I started to get all this stuff over these 50 years, I started to realize, everything is in a state of change. How many got that? How many are going, this too shall pass soon, I hope? Okay. Anyone? But pass into what? Change into what? That's the standard operating procedure now. Anyone that has My Word Made Flesh or the new version, once it's done and it comes out, we're building this even deeper and deeper and deeper. What's happening is my words for me, you find yours, the universe, our creator, my God, your God, whatever that is for you, is speeding up. The planet is speeding up. Greg Braden wrote this book, Awakening to Zero Point. He would say, and I love, it comes from really clean scientific stuff. He would say that in the like in the kivas and the ancient places of sacred stuff where things would happen, he said the planet reached that. So pretty much, how many have noticed that the thoughts that we think are happening or have already happened, even as we think them? Anyone? Like what's going on the planet right now? How many get this is the final thing? War is over. War is over, but it has to be replaced with something. If we resist war, we're going to have more war. So each of us, we're a seed pod right now. How many like the idea? Well, what does it mean to me to have miracles happen right now in Ukraine and across the globe? I mean, how many get pretty soon? I say now, the universe says that's enough of that. But we have to say that's enough of that. And therefore, no, every person, every child, every human being is sacred. Oh, we only took away 50 million lives. No, every life is sacred. We have to come to that. I recommend all of you do that by saying my life is sacred, meaning yours. Yes? All right, so now body language, I'm going to build a context. And listening to language, somebody can say, I want, I can't, I need, and we can figure out what they're saying. The body listens to that. Anytime we go against the law of love, we suppress our life and we store that in our body. The temple, our body carries the memory. How many excited now that you have been carrying around everything to upgrade? You have a little red wagon and you drag it around. That's the feeling of it, but the body creates a little crystal in there going, hello. And it is just like a little computer chip crystal. It carries all the memory, genetic and experiential. How many excited now? How many thought you'd activate your parents' limited patterns by resisting them, judging them, condemning them, criticizing them, shame, blame, guilt them, and then realize, oh, I've activated a pattern. Yes, somebody gets like an app. How many have ever purchased an app and then somebody who knows what they're doing goes, why'd you buy that? It's already what came with your computer. Anyone? Come on. I'm serious. It's like, don't tell me anymore. I just, oops. All right. So now, what would happen if we could actually see all this stuff before it needs to fire off? And you can. I'm excited now. So I'm going to do a little of this, but I'm going to show you how I figured it out, or how I'm going to say my great God self went, wake up, boy. And it wasn't real quick. It only took decades. But so what? I used to say, I remember it took me 20,000 people to wake up to the fact that the subconscious is literal. And when it happened in a bioelectronic session, and the person broke their leg and somehow their cast fell off when they showed up to class. That's all I'll say. And there's a little sound of anyway. And then as we're working on the leg and the bone healed, that just happens in body electronics, acupressure. He had wondered before that if he could heal broken bones like Dr. John Ray and Bob Stevens had said they could do. So here he is, he breaks his own left leg, shows up to a body electronics class. Somehow, again, the cast has fallen off. That's what I know. And we're holding the point furthest from the head, and he's reliving the memory, and he's stepping off, cancel, clear, cancel, cancel, cancel. I'm reporting a memory. He's stepping off the curb, cancel, clear, and he's saying, I just don't understand, cancel. I just don't understand, cancel. I just don't understand, cancel. I'm saying why my wife is leaving me. And he steps off the curb, cancel, clear, and breaks his left leg. And I woke up just like Matrix. I don't understand. I don't stand under. And after that, the whole class, which we had tables all over the place with acupressure going on, body electronics. I mean, I literally started to hear, oh, the decree a thing, and it shall be established unto you. By your words you shall be justified, and by your words you shall be condemned. The man or woman who offendeth not in word, the same as a perfect person and able to bridle the whole body. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. It started to all come together. I already had language hooked up some, like 1%. I might be on 3% now, but I was on 1% back then. So now I go, oh, wow. Okay. The universe, decree it. If, as we think in our heart, so are we. That's another one. So again, I started to go, wow. I started to listen to the co-creative power of our thoughts, words, and feelings. So I've been reading eyes, iridology in the beginning, and then I call it iridology and thought. I finally woke it up to bio-optic holography, which doesn't have anything to do with iridology. It's just the same map of the eye, iris, sclera, and pupil. So then body language, I started waking that up whenever that was, 3.5 decades ago, 4 decades ago, whatever it was. And Victoria was actually in classes with my beloved way back then, in the 1800s, we call it, but it was 80 something, and we still had body language going on. So what I'm sharing with you, I'm going to show you some eye stuff. So this Saturday, we've got an SBLT boot camp for everybody to get really good at it. It's not a lot of coaching. It's like, what's it, what's it, what's it, over and over and over and over until people go, all right, I got it. Quit repeating it. Or how many like the idea instead of reaching for it and wanting it and hope you get it? How many like to go on that? Is enough of that. How many like the, come on, how many like it? I'm fully masterful. Leave me alone. Don't ever, come on. Even though you won't, because it'll be sacred. I mean, come on. And then the next Saturday after that is going to be bio-optic. Well, I'm going to show you when I finally went, oh, I can see the person's mission in life, all their blessings awaiting agreement from the iris, sclera, and pupil of the eye photo, or looking in their eyes. How many are going, oh, anyone? So I started to be able to see the archetype of what we're here for. I'm watching my time. If you wonder why I'm talking really fast, just so I can get a lot in. All right. This is actually a 4-hour class sped up into a 1-hour sharing. How's that? So everyone, I recommend there's a little dial right here. If you just turn it up a bit, you can listen faster. Yeah. Thanks for that. What? I mean, I had a professor who was going really fast and he was, can you slow down, listen faster? I was like, I'm owning that. That's really good. All right. So now when I show you this, I'm going to show you some eye photos. How many like it? How many a little excited and nervous? Raise your, I saw the nervous. It happens, but how many went, how many are starting to go, okay, fine, show me. I'm happy. Show me. And then we're going to get new things. We can take a little your camera from your computer and we'll put it right in front of your eye. They haven't made it yet, but come on. How many like it? We're both eyes, so you can see them up on the screen. I'll talk to the person. You can actually watch the fibers change as a person changes their thought patterns. Our eyes are alive. How many get that? Our relationships are alive. Right now, if you go in, I love, I touch, I breathe, I stay, I feel, I forgive for no reason. Love is forgiving and giving and giving and giving. And you start doing that, your relationships are changing into what? You're upgrading into what? You're transforming into what specifically, with who, how, and what? How many like that's our job? Let the weak man say, oh, I'm weak. No, I am strong. Let the weak man say, join Gold's Gym. Don't ever go, just pay for the fee. And I mean, come on, let the weak man admit the weak and then say, I am strong. That's the totality of the reversal. That's the law. How many going, wow, that's a law. Okay. So I'm going to show you how I woke this up. And it's about seeing right through to the, what everything, you can see the contractional limitation. I'll show you whatever number of eyes we do. I've got thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of eye photos. And many people, Cynthia knows, yes, Cynthia, because you've been studying. It's like, okay, then that's, anyway, I'm going to show you some. And I just pick them out. I'll show you. And then I'll show you, oh, I can, now you'll be able to get how and you can as well. That's the second Saturday. How you can, in your own eye. I mean, for me, how many like the idea of being able to be with somebody and notice, oh, a little yellow, orange kind of color in the white of their eye? That means they have resentment. They're resent, R-E-S-E-N-T, resent. And I can help them forgive without saying a word. I can love and touch and breathe and stay and feel how I feel with love, not running. I stay with their resentment, and I'll be the one that helps them dissolve it without saying a word. Instead of you're resenting. How many know, oh, I might have just picked up a little thing of resentment? Yes, how many have? Aunt Martha's kind of resentful. Now, how many notice that we're the one that did the scrunch on our face about Aunt Martha? So now, as I show you this, please vote victory. because these people mostly, who knows, but mostly are still alive. Their entire lineage is alive, which is represented in the iris, sclera, and pupil of their eye, or eye photo that we're going to show you. Vote each other's victory here. Vote each other, anyone's victory in your world, your family, your loved ones, everyone who does this kind of work, etc. All the people you work with in your career. How many like the idea of becoming a vote of victory, not a vote to get a vote already done? I am your permanent victory, and the light is not a request. It's a fact. I'm not voting victory to get someone to agree. No, I am is a done deal. I is God, am is action. And the decree I read again back close to 50 years now, I'm guessing. One is, if you see a twig in your brother's eye, take the log out of your own. That scripture, and take a log or beam. I mean, that still resonates in me as a big wake up. And back then it was more of a 2x4 on the side of the head. Like, whoa, I mean, of light. And then the decree, dear God, it was an I am decree. So mighty I am presence, seize possession of my eyes. Make my eyes, make them see and visualize only your perfection, forever self-sustained. I am sure those types of decrees put me in a state of being able to see what I'm seeing and share with you. So I'm recommending all of you, dear God, use yours. For me, it's mighty I am present in this decree. Seize possession of my eyes. Make them see and visualize only your perfection, forever self-sustained. How many like the idea of your creator sees through you by agreement? All right. So as I share this with you, whenever you see it, vote victory, see perfection. And I'll figure out a way to share my screen. Awesome. I may have to adjust the size. Go this way. Can you all see it? Nice and big, yes? Everybody see it? All right, so the iris of the eye is the map of the body. And iridology would say that. Many other systems say it across the globe. It works. Got it? And this is a 10 megapixel camera. The one we use now is a 24 megapixel. Got it? So, and even though this is awesome, but what we have now is you can actually see God seeing you. I love it. When the first time we came out with our new camera, these are the ones that don't have names on it. All the other thousands, I have their name and I have to go fix it. But these are all like unnamed. Anyway, all the people that had our new camera take photos of their own eyes, I said, tell me, because I hadn't seen it yet. How was it? They all said it was awesome. And then they all go, every single one of my team members go, yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, it was, wow. Meaning they could see so much more. And I wasn't sure what they were doing until I saw the photos. This is enough for right now. How many are glad that, all right, 10 megapixel would show the whole world. I used it for years. So this is the iris. This is the map of the body. This is also the map of the subconscious. These are all thought, word, and emotional patterns, everything in here. Orange is confusion. Sulfur, protecting until that person is confident in sharing their clarity. So everything is a state and a reversal. It's always a strength returning. Our greatest weakness shall be our greatest strength. Anything in the white of the eye is others. Pretty cool, yes? So we can tell what's going on with who. This would be thyroid, inner canthus, nose over here. So this person has got thyroid, will, something. This is parathyroid, sensitive teeth. Wow. And thyroid right across from thymus, fear. Fear of anger. Oh, you can see all that right in the eye. I'm going to get that. Oh, I could just say, well, it doesn't ever change. So do you have some fear of somebody having authority over you? Yes, I do. Well, that's their mission in life, is to claim their own courage and confidence in reclaiming their authority. It's called an archetype. How many of you are note to self? I reclaim. How many have got somebody out there that's a booga booga of authority over you? No, you don't. You have given them carte blanche. How many is, I reclaim my authority? I reclaim my authorship. Anyway, so that's a beginning of what you can see in eye. This is the right eye. I'll go to another person. Beautiful. I'm going to get that. We learned to lift lids later. But again, bright white, got it bright white. He's got it. And then a little bit of dark. Oh, I'm afraid I can't. This person is running full out. How many get that? We can see all this from the eye. So, and I'll show you a bunch of these. This is to open up a bunch of files for all of you. How many are having fun right now? How many are having fun right now? How many notice that the pupil size makes a difference? How many get that? Sherry's got it. What is going on? Where's that button again for me? So this is overwhelm. There's a sphincter muscle in there, and it's like, even with all the bright light and all, they're going, I can't control anything over it's adrenals. We have a before and after, by the way, one of our team members that came into a 11-day that we had here, whenever. And she was told, she's a mom of 5, I believe. So she was told when she was 20 some, first she was asked, do you do drugs? Do you do drugs? And it was really, no. In fact, her faith, her spiritual practice would not even, that's not even an option. And her eye, when she came, her iris was, I'm going to say way out like about here. And by the time she left, it was normal. And we have before and after, we got a video on it, all that stuff. And it's because I'm secure, I'm secure, I'm secure, I'm secure. What I'm sharing with you is the reversal of the pattern. Let the weak man say, I am strong. And so the eye begins to show all this stuff. How many are getting, and there's so much more, I'm giving you a tiny little bit. How many go, the gift this is from our creator to be able to see in the structure of our anatomy what we're here for. For those who have eyes, let them see. For those who have ears, let them hear. How many of you now, you don't even have to look in your own eye. You can, because I highly recommend this, the deal. We're going to be aroma share with many of our cameras. Three of our team members, we and 2 of our team members have cameras. We're going to be there. We have a double booth, and I'm, get an eye photo and get a BioOptic. They're done like this because, that way we can, if we had to, we'd have to stay for a year. I'm not going to do that in Utah. We're going to come back home. All right. So unless I live in Utah, somebody here lives in Utah. So anyway, what I'm doing is letting you know how cool our creator gave us a way to vote each other's victory. You can see somebody got something going on. I know they got overwhelmed. I'm not going to ask them to do something that's overwhelming. If I got 5 people to ask and somebody's got a nice small pupil, that means they're able to respond. They're able to set their healthy boundaries. Oh, good. But if somebody's got something really big, and I think I got a bunch of them right here. Let's see. There we go. That person I could ask to do something. I might not ask them to handle any resentment because this is all resentment. Do you see that? That's sodium, that's water buildup in the eye, but the sodium it's there by resentment. And it eventually will create a sodium ring, all this hazy stuff right through there. Resentment, it's I hate being hated. How would I love, I touch, I breathe, I stay, I feel. I forgive for no reason. I'm going to we just start moving up scale. And of course, the people that have hated us go, and they start moving up scale as well. How many go, I don't want them to move up scale? Then you'll stay down scale with them. But if you can vote their victory, you start moving up scale. Another, again. So the smaller, okay. So now here's another one. I'll do it. So if I measure from here to there, this is the iris. You can see the iris under here. And then if I can see this, if you can defocus, you can see that the iris is right about all the way out there. The sclera overlaps. It's called codependence. The iris itself is round. This looks like a football. So if I measure from here, minimum to there, but I'm going to say that if you defocus, you can see a little halo right through there. This is where the iris is, and all the sclera will pull back when they set their healthy boundaries. This measurement is the same. So this is their iris way up here-ish. I'm making it up right now. You can see enough of it under here to see there's more. This is how much of their genius they've subverted and given away to the opinions of others. When you see this in your own eye, in even children, babies, whatever, they have this arc of senility. They say it means arc of senility. I don't like that one so much. But I'm going to call it codependence, where we've been hiding our light based on the agreement or lack thereof from others. Now, how many of you, if you were to see your eye, could, I mean, at first somebody goes, oh my gosh, what happened to my genius? Oh, I've been, but once they do that, and I say, yeah, but look how what you're doing. Got it? With 30% of your genius. And it's not just, well, this amount up there. No, every time, let's say the sclera, the white of the eye, lifts off and lifts off and lifts off, it's like a quantum expansion. How many get you can actually be the one in your world to raise your world by raising yourself? Cool. Well, that'll be it for today. That's enough right there. No, just I'll give you more. But anyone, how many go? And how many of you are now going, all right, where are my iPhotos? That's what I'd be doing right now. I'd be going, yes, iPhotos, please. And not just one. How many, like once a week or once a month or once, whatever, because the befores and afters, like, look how well that is. Okay, we're going to work on this. Then, oh, okay. I mean, for me, back 52 years ago, when I saw my eyes change, well, I could see it. And people would go, what happened to your eyes? What's going on with you? I was in forever. I knew something was going on. So the body language is the movement of this stuff right here, is literally the current conversation reboot. The iris, sclera, and pupil show it still shows the changes, but it shows what the person is here for. This person hiding their light, this is the brain area up here. Got it? This is stomach lining, small intestine, large intestine, left side of the body, organs and glands out here, bones and muscles, lymph kind of hidden all the way around. The iris is way out here. So all this is encroaching. They've been hiding. Got it? Again, so we can see, oh, they're actually here to inspire their world. There's no other way around it. Now, how many are going, oh, I get it. If I have a contraction, our greatest weakness sets a trajectory, a reversal for what I'm actually here for. So if I'm hiding my light based on others, I am here to inspire others by setting my healthy boundaries and moving from codependent, you're going to judge me, so I'm going to judge me through you. I'm going to judge me through. How many have been judging yourself through others who were perfectly fine before they met you? Come on, how many have ever had to have somebody, well, what if they judge me? And how many reached out to their unconscious self? You better judge me, please. I'm always judged. You better judge me, please. And some people are anointed, so they're going, no, I'm just going to love you. And some people are annoying, so they're going to let you annoy them to annoy them. How many are going, oh, you're kidding? No, I'm not kidding. So do you get, oh, this is a really cool thing. And the minute, by the way, the minute the person, let's say they set their healthy boundaries, I set my healthy boundaries. I teach my world how to honor me and honor my genius. I remember my genius. This is a lack of oxygen to the brain. So I remember my genius. I engage my genius. I awaken. We work a lot with the awakening our genius neurologically and nutritionally. Everything we're doing, I love, I touch, I breathe, I stay, I feel is awakening. I am that I am. Hello. I am that I am is somewhat genius. It's the name of our creator, one of them. Yahweh. How many like that little subtle Yahweh? Come on now. How many know God is a comedian, among other things? All right, so I'll take it back one. There's so much here. I could just look at that. So we now know that this is the right eye, left brain. And this person has been judged really big in their heart, thymus area. Expression is all in here. And got it. And they ooh, they're shutting me down. No, you're letting them shut you down. I can't make that judgment. When somebody gets ownership, they move up scale. Again, left eye, if I measure from here, minimum to there, but that halo, look at them, how much that's where we have to get a whole lid up. So we duct tape your eyelid to the top of your head if you're bald, like me, and you pull it all the way down because we're seeing more. Most people that do eye photos for iridology, they just hit the iris. No, there's a world in here. How many right now feel you're starting to wake up just because you know you can? Everybody raise your hand, even though you didn't get it, just say, well, I choose to get it. I am remembering my genius. I remember my genius with these. That's why the book is so important. My Word Made Flesh. Even now, how many go, oh, my genius is remembering me? Can you all tell I'm a little enthusiastic about this? Just a little. So again, every I, now this would be resentment and overwhelm. So I forgive for no reason. And then the person, as they begin, I am secure, I am secure, I am secure. The pupil starts getting smaller and smaller. They set their healthy boundaries. They inspire their world. This is I can't in this heart. I can't in this heart. I can't in this heart and improve it. I can't in this heart. I can't in this heart. I can't in this heart and improve it. I can't. I got it. And these are all thought forms believed in. If they're closed, I'll show more. And then where they are makes a difference. This person said, no. Come on. How many get the, no, I don't think so. Anyone, come on. I usually end a series of eye photos with something like this. That'll be enough for today. And most people by then are going, I'm walking around and integrating. Or we have to lift their lid. How many get, usually people are terrified to have somebody see them. They go, I've got issues with my eyes. And when I finally share something good, they're all of a sudden their eye opens really big. You know, the person going, what happened? They used to be phobic. Well, they were afraid you're going to see something wrong. We're not going to see anything wrong. We're only going to see your strengths and strengths returning. What? I'm not quite sure. No, I don't want to. No. Different eye. Bright white, gotta, have to, gotta, or pain. How many are moving from gotta to I am? And the straighter the fiber, the more direct, like it's a broadband connection versus a dial-up, but still a lot of, there's so much I can show you. I'm just, the reason I'm showing the eye today is it shares, we can see all the stress in the environment. You saw they're working their issues with others. They have a lot of story with others. How many have got a lot of issues with others? If you look in your eye, you'll see that there's a lot of this stuff going on. Not wrong. It's just you've externalized it so you can deal with others. But I like the idea of blessing everyone, and all of a sudden you start having your own life. Got it? The white of the eyes, others. This is self. Got it? This is the body, but it's also the map of our subconscious, what we believe to be true. If the leaf, I'm going to call it lesion, lacuna, whatever it is, crypt. If it's closed, it's a belief system believed in. But it's starting to fill in, which means they're about ready to change the limited belief system into a strength. Closed. Opening. So how many like the idea? Ooh, opening. Look at the fibers going straight through. Look at that. So now when the fibers move through, that means that person is actually reversing the curse. So our eye was showing where we are relative to our upgrades. I'm excited now. By the way, how many have got body signals going on? How many have, keep track of them. In our book, we're going to come up with a way, the new version of My Word Made Flesh, we're going to come up with a chart so you can start to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then put that together in a paragraph of upgrade. Got it? If it's just one area, that means right now, do that, kidney, something like that. This is assimilation, and this is our connection to our creator. See the gray out here? See, if it's a little bit orange, you're starting to receive. If it's black, it's doubt. It's assimilation ring, pupillary frill, neurasthenic ring. It's also central nervous system, stomach lining. But if it goes gray, that means once they receive, where to go? It goes unconscious. How about I receive with grace and ease? Everyone, it's a universal. I receive with grace and ease. And so I touch, I love, I breathe, I stay, I feel is a completely different way to take nutrients into the body. And this is our connection to our creator, central nervous system. How many get our creator not outside? Well, creator's everywhere, but our creator is inside. So now do you get, oh, I could start to read. This is opening. This is opening. The fiber goes right straight through. This is opening. This is already open. That's now a tendency. How many like to be able to find a pattern and realize, oh, it's not a belief system believed in, it's just a tendency? How many like the idea of going, well, yeah. But even the limited belief system, you can change that and then it opens right up. I was taught they don't change, they change. If you can go downscale, you can go upscale. The sins of the parents are visited upon the children, scripture, for 4 generations. Well, that's awesome once you look at it, because 4 generations older and 4 generations younger are being blessed by what you're doing right now. And if you're noticing, oh, this is a little challenge, probably because you got 85 billion people moving upscale with you. How many get, all right, I recommit, I choose to make this fun and easy. God in me knows I can do all things through my Christ, my anointed self, whatever you use, that strengthens me. And I mean that. It's got to be your belief, your way. So do you get, all right, and our greatest weakness shall be our greatest strength. That means we are all completely already funded. Inside of the contraction is the power for the expansion, the grace for the expansion. How many have certain things that you gave up on? Some dreams, many moons ago. Anyone? How many have dreams? How many talk yourself out of your dream? No, it's too big. God's not going to give it to me. What? Yeah. How many finding you're starting to find them again? So as you begin to lift off this, you start to wake up more and more. As the orange confusion starts to turn into clarity, I am clear. I'm secure in my clarity. First of all, how was that? How are y'all doing? How many of you are now going, where's my iPhone? Many of you will get, by the way, there's a place in Asheville. I did a training, the Grove Park Inn, that's the name. It's a huge, big, built with big boulders, huge place. And so we're on recess and I'm showing eye stuff. And I went in the huge bathroom, for many, many, many rooms of events going on there. And all my team in the men's bathroom, they were all men. And I believe they all identified as men back then. And so they are leaning up in the mirror by the sink, looking in their eyes, everybody's looking. So one recess, then 2 recesses. And it seemed like everybody's letting out at the same time for all the events that are going on there. Pretty soon I walk in and people that are not in my class are all leaning up, like, what are you guys looking at? So they're looking in their eyes. I'm like, okay, then time to leave now. Anyways, it was very fun. But how many get, if you can actually see where you are and what you're here for, that alone changes everything. How many have been just gone, it's been hard, a difficult time. But if you went, oh my gosh, what does that mean? I'm here to inspire others instead of hide my light. What do you think? Anyone? How many have been going, no, not to? And again, do you think the darkness likes light? Nope. Why? Because the darkness doesn't like or do anything. Darkness is the absence of light. What? How many have been in the battle with darkness? Do you know how stupid it is to be in a battle with darkness when you could just turn the light on? I'm serious. Have you ever walked into a dark room going, oh, bad dark, just turn the light on? I'm going to get it. Those that have done where you're in the chamber and whatever, and you're the only thing, no light in there. How many notice you can see? Because you emit light. You are built by light. How many get it? Oh. And you can actually get brighter. Anyone? I vote victory. You got brighter. I am my own permanent victory in the light. You are permanently brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. Anyone? I love, I touch, I breathe, I stay, I feel brighter. How many go, oh, brighter? Why? Brighter so that. Brighter raising what? How many get? You can even add that. I will show you that. So will this stuff. Either that or you're playing ball, whatever. How many get it? So now, so what I'm going to do, I'm watching my time. I'm being Jackie just. And the number 1, 2, 3, I think it was 3, whatever number it was, they all mean something. You know, if it's 1, 2, or Carrie, I'm going to get just little fleas running around, cancel clear. I restore my blessings. I give myself an idea of how to do it. Even now, oh, I hear something wonderful from, that's Denise. But that's one step of a whole bunch of other steps. The I shows not what the steps are. That person's got to answer it themselves. We just have an idea of how to ask a question according to the I or body language, and then ask another question, So the short throw is issue. Do you have this going on? Yes. And then I choose to be secure. That's one step. So that, and who, what, when, where, how, in what way, shape, or form, seeing, what, smelling, what, hearing, 16 senses. How many we begin to blossom? How many know the universe is not real excited about each individual blossoming? I'm talking the humanity of our earth. No judgment. I'm going to get it. The limitations. No, that's enough light. That's enough of that. Any limited pattern, any limited thought pattern I can, I want, I need, will be happy to have us get a little bit more so that it doesn't have to give up our limitation. So long throw, short throws, I feel better. Long throw, as I'm made completely new, the renewing of my mind. Being made new. How many like the idea of being made complete, where there's no old pattern at all because it's been replaced? Now, again, me too. I mean, whenever I say it, I'm going, I have to do it. I mean, if I'm going to be a steward of myself, what does it mean for me to be made completely new? I have to not make anything I've got wrong, take the charge off. That's step one in the book. But also then I go, oh, and I let myself not need to know, just contemplate. I have to relax and breathe, go to parasympathetic versus fight or flight, sympathetic, right, wrong, good, bad, hot, cold, fight or flight, into higher brain function, creativity. How many have ever had to know and finally surrendered? I don't need to know. And all of a sudden, there you get it. Where are my keys? Where are my keys? Can't find my keys. Can't find, oh, well, whatever. And you probably have them in your hand. Anyone? How many have ever had glasses on looking for your glasses? That's why I wear them all the time right now. And if I find one pair, I put another pair on. That's okay. Y'all are so violet purple right now. So awesome. All right. Sorry to share that. All right. So now, it's funny. I just found those today again. All right. So now, are you getting you if you read it, you'll get it. That's step one. But there may become another signal, and then another signal, and then another signal, and which are blessings knocking on our door. But if we don't admit it, agree with it, appreciate it, understand the message, it is delivered but not received, not understood. So therefore the blessing lands, but it's an energetic that's not agreed to. Therefore the blessing is stored as a burden to get our attention until we reclaim it as a blessing. What? So again, ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be open. So what that means to me now, not whenever, was if I say please and thank you, that's a prayer, not please, just please and thank you. God, universe delivers. It's delivered in the invisible, inner visible, or the unseen. Everything that exists in the seen world is built by that which is unseen. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things unseen. Faith means if I walk in faith, I turn it from invisible to visible, from unseen to seen. So I'm going to get what our eye shows us and what our body language is doing is telling us what to claim with consciousness. So somebody comes in heavily shoulder issues. They've got blessings that they have not agreed to yet. Wow. Anyone? How much digestive issues? They've taken in something that they haven't utilized yet. Could it be that simple? Yes, it is. Truth is simple. It's not scripture, but truth is simple. Falsity ever complex. Well, basically, the concept of the biological aspect of the entire spectrum of the relationship of that thing that you're talking about has more to do with what isn't than is. So if you're really going to understand, what are you talking about? Be as a 3-year-old, speak as a 3-year-old, and you're going to have heaven land. Carrie's over there going, hello, let's get anyone. How many try not to scratch? Now, do you see how cool it is? Because if you're in a big circle, I usually do a big circle. And if I'm looking over here, anybody over here going to go, and I wouldn't see it. But how many know, at least up to 49 people in my system, I can see everybody else. I mean, not that I would, but I could. But how many have this thing inside that goes, I moved? What is that? Eating from the fruit of the tree of the knowledge, thinking, knowledge of good and evil. I touch my ear or I touch my chin, I'm going to hell. No, you're not. Do you get that? Shame? That happened to everybody at the fall from grace, potentially. So how many get, yo, shame, I love you, I touch and I stay? Yo, Paulie, your sister with me, I'll see you later, whatever. And then can you all get, all right, the return? Everybody, by the way, when you join in, make sure you're visual. Do you get the what's happening now? And I'm going to watch them. I'm going to take about 15 minutes to do this. That in the body language piece, which is what I'm showing you now today, I'm going to show you that there's a potential. If somebody has a standing wave and want to invite that person, we're going to vote their victory, see perfection. Everybody stay fully present. Everybody go visual. If you're on this portion, go visual. If not, go to the Facebook and watch it. Just so we have, everybody's secure. There isn't somebody going at someone. We're gonna, if you are, you're really good at hiding it. Now, how many are voting victory? How many are voting victory right now? How many are voting your own victory? Now, by the way, you can tell the commitment level. Watch this. Honey, will you marry me? How many have been going, next? So I'll play 125. How many get this is going to take enthusiasm? Yeah. Enthusiasm. Yeah. How many get, you have to be Arnold? We have to like pump you up like Hans and Franz. How many get enthusiasm? I know the world around you is like going, no, don't be enthused. How many have children that bug the crap out of you? How many do? Well, that's good because then you don't have crap in you. Anyone? I mean, it's the best detoxifier. How many have ever, you scared the hell out of me. I usually go, good. What do you mean good? Well, no more hell in you. Oh, heaven. Good. Carrie's teaching the class. I can, I will, I can, I will, I can, I will. That's all that. Come on, I'm going to get it. I will, I can. Everyone, do you get? Now that's a single signal. So I'm watching my time. I keep telling myself that. Can you tell? So now vote victory, see perfection. So who's willing to me demonstrate? We'll see. I mean, I'm not going to make this stuff up. It is whatever it is. Who has a body signal that's somewhat current? I mean, I've had people raise their hand. Oh, yeah, in the last 38 years, this is when it started. That's not current. That's not current affairs. That's more like older affairs. It'll still work, but it's more entrenched at 38 years. So does anybody have something that's pretty screaming at you that you're willing to have? All right, so Roseanne's hand goes up. And everyone, I'm going to use Roseanne. So, yep, Roseanne, do we have permission to facilitate you?
Yes, you have permission.
Do we have permission? And I say we because we're all doing it. Do we have permission to see perfection?
Yes.
How many like that? And usually people frequently their eyebrows. Oh, okay. And do we have permission to discover with you your greater mission in life?
Yes.
How many? No, she did it perfectly. Got it? So what's your body saying? And everybody really focused, stay, really focused. What's your body signal?
Just the other day, I had a cold sore breakout.
And show me where.
Right there.
All right. So the lower lip, everybody got it? Lower lip is feeling. Lower jaw is feeling as well. Lower and lips are about expression and vibration. I'll talk about. Upper lip is thinking. Upper jaw, thinking. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be about feeling, and it's a little bit to the right. Yes, a little bit to the right.
Yes.
And so, and everyone just really, really vote victory because this is always sacred. Have you had a challenge in communicating with a male figure or something about work?
Just lately, or in the past too?
No, well, it could be, but right now, when you got the fever, bliss, or cold or whatever, did you have a suppressed communication with a male figure or about work, rational? The answer is no, that she went no. All right, so have you had an expression from a male figure or work that was not your highest choice? Use a yes, no question.
No, no.
Okay, so are you aware of what you feel?
I am
She already answered.
remembering
No,
to do
but she
that.
said no.
Okay.
Not it. So the body, not wrong, honey. This is, how many
Okay.
know you got a lot more of you to wake up to? Yes, everybody got that? So now cold sore or a fever bliss or whatever is feeling coming up. How many know they're not fun? And so when the fever blister, what'd you call it? Cold sore or fever blister? I'm going to use your words.
I use cold sore.
Cold sore. Cold sore. How many get that? So have you had a cold communication, lack of expression with a male figure that you'd like to warm up?
Yes, I would. I'm thinking back to my father.
All right. So are you already at the point, is he on the planet?
Yes.
And with everyone, I'm listening to a lot. I'll give you a little of it. Yes. Now, how many heard that not a wrong? How many heard that barely? Yes. How many heard that? Yes. It was not a yes. It was more of a fight or flight. Yes. So now in your life, is it time for you to begin to have warm, awesome expressions of feeling with your father and men?
Yes.
And notice how your yes is yes. It's almost like you pull breath out of what you're saying.
So what does that mean?
Well, you tell me, is it a full yes or is it a partial yes?
It's a full yes.
It's a full hell no. It's a full hell no. It's a full hell no. It's a full hell no.
Okay.
Anyone? How many love them? And how many say it the way you want it? The way you want it ain't true. Own the truth that sets us free. So now voter victory, kids, because right now I love that you go, no. So now we're starting to find it. So I'm going to do an imagination activation. Everyone, you be her victory. You watch her back. You make sure she's covered with grace. Yes. So Roseanne, what's it like now that the men are what for you?
There's just another species.
Of what?
Of the human being.
But I mean, are they fun and easy, or do they tend to be more like, oh?
Some are fun and easy and others are not.
All right, so maybe the ones that are the other species that my wife, when she was on the planet, said to God one day, she said, "This is a bad joke. Men and women, it's a bad joke." And then somebody said, "Helena, you have to teach men." She goes, "What? You're a woman. You have to teach a man what you require." She's going, "Oh, really? If you knew, this is a big deal." And she never slept. So our first year and a half, I slept 1 hour a day because we had to work on every issue. And I taught 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. classes. So I, go sleep from 6 to 7 and get up, because that's what you do in a relationship with someone who doesn't sleep and is completely committed to working it out. So what I'm sharing with you is now, you've already progressed to the point. It's time to have intimate, secure. I'm reading a whole bunch of stuff I'm not going to share because it'd take me too long to put it in words, but I'll tell you what I get. Roseanne, I'm voting your victory. In the blink and the blink, blink and the blink and the blink, she's giving code. Clear. I'll bring it up in a minute, just so it's not just, I know something you don't know, and I'm not doing that. And I'm going to ask it so you can get a sense of, have you done enough inner work to begin to have secure, intimate male relationships with your father and others?
I'm working. Okay. I'm working on myself. That's why I'm in
Okay,
this
got
class.
it. And
Yeah.
in working on yourself, good job, voter victory. In working on yourself, is it time for you? The cold sore comes out going, hello, you get to express and let be expressed to you what with the male side of life. As I clear my throat. How many saw it? Wait. How many saw it? I choose to get, how many saw that? How many saw that? Anyone? I choose to do it her way. I see myself in reverse. So, but her head, like, I believe that way, whichever. But that was like, that's that question accessed something new. So is it time for you, I'll build it out. Is it time for you to be secure in a brand new way with the men in your life?
Yes, it is.
Good job. What would you have to give up?
I'm going to give up the barriers I put around myself.
Cool. And so instead of giving up barriers because they're protecting you, what do you have to bring online where you don't require barriers?
The confidence that
all right, good. So
I'd be secure.
Good. Say, I remember my courage.
I remember my courage.
I am my confident self.
I am my confident self.
And then I forgive who?
I forgive myself.
For what? What she just said is for holding back. And so do you forgive yourself for holding back?
I forgive myself for holding back.
Now, question I ask is, and this is coaching. Funny, I'm going, oh, anyway. I said, do you, and I'm not making it wrong, I'm just showing. Do you forgive yourself for holding back? I forgive myself for holding back. It's a yay, nay. Let your yay be yay, let your nay be nay. Anything other than yes, no is we stay in a trance. So like, honey, will you marry me? I will marry you. Roseanne, what's missing in that communication?
The yes.
So in other words, yes, is the door open? No, is the door closed? So she didn't give a yes. She just stayed in the trance of repeating the question as an answer. So now do you get, oh, you're already here. The universe has said it's time to have what?
To have relationships with the men figures in my life.
Yeah, what kind of relationship?
A loving relationship. Loving relationship.
Say it again.
A loving relationship.
Now say my loving relationships.
My loving relationships.
Say it again.
My loving relationships.
Say it again.
My loving relationships.
Now, are you starting to feel?
Yes.
And are you touching and running or touching and staying? Were you?
I was touching and running. Now I will touch and stay.
Good job. But how many love that? That's perfect in the sense that she was able to admit, I did run and now I stay. And if she had said, I'm staying, and she didn't, then she would be in false land. She wouldn't be touching the ground to be able to push off. So do you get that gave you power to say, I was running and now I stayed? Can you feel the difference?
Yes, I do feel the difference.
And now can you hear tone in their voice? I'm going to hear the tone changing. Yes. The response time is more current, more now. So what happens now that it's been a year and you are way more secure with the men in your life? See, pause. How many saw the breath? Raise your hand if you saw it. Now, did you take that breath or did spirit breathe you?
Spirit breathed me.
Please understand what she is saying. She is, for me, there's many things I could say about it because it's such an important piece. Even before she answered, This is like life upgrade coaching, the thirds, where her being was breathed by her great self. To me, that means she entered grace, and grace entered her. without having to do a thing. You'll know my grace scripture because it's without effort. Now, I don't push through it. I don't need to get any more information. We just sit in the grace right now and vote victory. All of us that are voting Roseanne's victory, we vote our experience of Roseanne and us. How many of us are moving into greater grace because of the gift of tithing, so to speak? We're getting a tenfold return. So now that it's been 3 years, what's new and different for you, Roseanne, now that you're letting Spirit breathe you?
I am dreaming, I'm getting dreams now.
Say it again.
I'm getting dreams now.
I'm getting my dreams now.
I'm getting my dreams now.
Now our head said no a little bit. So now I say yes to my dreams.
I say yes to my dreams.
And there's so many signals here, but as she was speaking at this level, her left eye closed a little bit. Now just add, and my world, or I love my world seeing the real me.
I love my world seeing the real me.
Say it again.
I love my world seeing the real me.
I'm secure being seen for who I truly am.
I am secure for being seen for who I truly am.
Say it again.
I don't remember what.
I know, me too. How many go, are you talking to me? For who was? Well, it went right past me. So just say it again in this way. I love being seen in my creative genius.
I love being seen in my creative genius.
So what is your dad saying to you that confirms your heart's desire now that he sees you in your creative genius? Quote
that
him.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, let it in. Say it again.
I am proud of you.
Now this is a full expansion from one little called SAR and lip right side lower.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because whatever I asked was like, no, not that in it. But do you get, oh, all right, we build it out a little bit more. Oh, it was going from unconscious to knock, knock, knock. And if we make it go away, not wrong. I mean, but how many like to still treat it? But how many like to entreat it? How many like the idea of bringing why it's here into the blessing it's actually meant to be? So Roseanne, now that it's been 10 years, what's new and different in the way you live your life? Pause.
10 years.
That answer is what you do on the inner between you and your creator. Great things are done in secret, to know, to dare, to do, and to be silent. The Comte de Saint Germain. I'm just sharing with you that how many get that I could have heard it, but that's between Roseanne and her creator. But you make sure you answer that question. Yes, dear?
Yes.
Good. All right. What'd you learn today? What'd you remember either way, Roseanne? What'd you get today?
What did I,
She's so good. Are you talking to me? But she caught it. I love it. Go ahead.
These signals are going to keep popping up, and I will keep, looking at the signals and blossoming.
Yes, that's it. Good. Awesome. Hey, thank you, dear. And time-wise, anyone else, what'd you get today? How was this for you? What'd you get? Mic yourself and wave. Come on. Minnie looks like she's going for are you going for the mic, Minnie? Are you going? No, you're not going. No, I thought so. Who is? What'd you get is important. Come on, you can share. We can do it. Home Depot. I won't read you. It's okay. I'll just not say anything. Go ahead, Denise, go ahead.
Okay. This is so fascinating to me to hear that. I'm taking notes. Like, in fact, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I can't write fast enough, but it's just so fascinating to see that every single thing we do, every motion we make, every eye movement. My husband told me for years, you should carry a mirror around with you and watch your face, because he would read my face, or at least he thought, and the way I was saying it is not the way I felt inside. So I'm really, I'm really looking forward to learning more and more with you, and I really appreciate you doing this. So
Beautiful. Thank you. How many, I was drinking water going, oh, this would be safe. And you ought to carry a mirror. I'm like, anyone, like how many had parents that going, yeah, I'm happy, and they weren't? Awesome. Thank you. Anyone else? Come on now. That's why I do it. So I can hear how it was. I'm going to be codependent. Cynthia.
From a facilitator's standpoint, I appreciate how you continue to ask questions. If the first one wasn't it, no, that's not it. Ask another question. No, that's not it. And you continued to ask questions until you built out the entire story.
Yep. And how many get, like, if that ain't, I don't need to make it work. I'm just, when I find it, whoa, we got it. That's
Yes.
we have anyway, this Saturday, we have 3 hours of boot camp to get really good. It's not out of this facilitation. It's what do these areas, how do you craft a question according to the body language? And then the next Saturday is understanding a whole bunch boot camp of the eye, biooptic holography. The next Saturday after that is how do you bring it all together? That's a little bit more of the finesse of the facilitation technique, where, I mean, the person will tell exactly what's up, even like the deep breath that happened. How many saw that? How many saw, oh, something just happened? And by asking and crafting a question, wow. I mean, to me, I'd be going, my spirit breathed me. I didn't take or even give myself a breath. That was autonomic, automatic. How many like going automatic conscious, automatic grace, automatic parasympathetic, relaxed, higher brain function, medulla, being breathed by my creator, by your creator. Cool. Awesome. Anyone else? Anyway, so join us Saturday. We brought the price way, I mean, with all the stuff going on, we had a certain price. So it's like $222 for each Saturday. If you do all 3 of them, it's $555. That's 20% of what it was, something like that. So come, I love doing it. I love building this for people and having everyone in 3 hours go, yes, I am the one. And then when you get off, you'll be going, oh yeah, and many of you will have a 1-minute conversation that lasts 6 days because you're unfolding your perfection and you'll be made new. Any questions, comments? Yes, Sherry.
I just have to say that I've been telling my husband quite a bit about these programs, and I'm always excited when the day comes that I get to sit on this. And he happens to be here today, and in the background I hear him chuckling and laughing as he hears the things you're saying, and some of it is things I've said, and it's just been really fun listening to him chuckle behind me.
I love it. And the way you've got your camera is really cool because we can see you, but everything's kind of whatever, however you did that, and I saw him walk by. So, and this is fun. Usually, how many female, the other species, how many women tend to start the waking up? Well, a lot of men love this too. I mean, because it's like, oh, this is not that, oh, we're going to do, no, this is also the, anyway, this is where sometimes when Helena was alive, we, for a period of time, had 80% men. And how many know in the metaphysical and spiritual realm, usually it's usually, especially at the beginning of a new concept or idea on the planet, it's all women and 2 effeminate men. And anyway, to have 80% men, though, everybody's looking around. Of course, there were quite a few effeminate men at that point too, but they were covering the female side. And no judgment, I'm just saying it's all plumbing. It is whatever it is hormonally. So all of you, thank you for coming. Where we meet again Thursday. If you come join us for Saturday, and Saturday, you can just do one Saturday. If you do one, do this one coming up, because then you go, oh, and then you'll go, oh, the next Saturday is probably a good idea. And especially because you get way more than we're doing here. This is a demonstration of how it works. Yeah, you're right a lot. By the way, this is recorded, remember, so you can go back over and take notes from the recording. And then by all of you that are taking notes are writing down so you don't forget it. And if you just sit and listen and go back and take notes, your retention will be at least tenfold. What? Tenfold. How many go, am I worth tenfold? Yes. Not, and still good. You can go watch it again without writing notes and get it out of it. I mean, like that. It was not taken away. So awesome. Thank you all. All right. And my team, we're going to meet shortly.